Everybody wants to be seen as a leader, but the real question is this: can you lead yourself when nobody is watching? Because leadership is not just standing in front of people. Leadership is what you do when pressure hits. It is how you respond when you are frustrated. It is how you talk when you are angry. It is how you act when nobody is clapping. It is how you handle responsibility when quitting would be easier. A lot of people want influence, but they do not want discipline. They want the title, but they do not want the weight. They want people to follow them, but they have not learned how to control their own emotions, their own habits, their own mouth, or their own attitude. And that is dangerous, because whatever you cannot control in private will eventually embarrass you in public. If you cannot control your anger, it will damage your relationships. If you cannot control your pride, it will blind your judgment. If you cannot control your words, they will destroy trust. If you cannot control your habits, they will limit your future. That is why real leadership starts on the inside. Before you lead a family, lead yourself. Before you lead a business, lead yourself. Before you lead a team, lead yourself. Before you ask people to believe in your vision, make sure your life is moving in the direction of that vision. Because people do not just follow what you say, they follow what you live. And sooner or later, your life will speak louder than your words. Real leaders move differently. They do not react to everything. They do not let every criticism shake them. They do not let every distraction pull them away from purpose. They do not need applause to keep doing what is right. They know who they are. They know where they are going. And they understand that leadership is not about looking important. It is about being responsible. Responsible for your vision, responsible for your decisions, responsible for your attitude, responsible for the example you set, responsible for the people connected to you. Because when you lead poorly, people feel it. Your family feels it. Your team feels it. Your business feels it. Your community feels it. But when you lead with wisdom, discipline, humility, and purpose, people feel that too. You create peace instead of confusion. You create direction instead of chaos. You create trust instead of fear. You create hope instead of discouragement. That is the kind of leader this generation needs. Not louder leaders. Better leaders. Leaders who can stay calm under pressure. Leaders who can admit when they are wrong. Leaders who can speak life instead of always tearing people down. Leaders who can serve without needing to be celebrated. Leaders who understand that character matters more than charisma, because charisma may get attention, but character keeps trust. Talent may open the door, but discipline keeps you in the room. And pride may make you feel powerful for a moment, but humility will protect what pride would destroy. So stop chasing leadership as a title. Start building leadership as a lifestyle. Lead your thoughts, lead your emotions, lead your mouth, lead your habits, lead your time, lead your spirit, lead your decisions. Because the leader you become in private is the leader people will experience in public. And here is the challenge. For the next 7 days, do not focus on leading everybody else. Focus on leading yourself better. Speak slower when you are angry. Think before you respond. Finish what you started. Keep one promise you made to yourself. Choose purpose over popularity. Choose discipline over emotion. Choose humility over ego. That is how leadership is built, not overnight, not with a title, not with a microphone, but one decision at a time. Because real leaders do not rise just to be seen. They rise to serve. And before people can trust your leadership publicly, your life has to prove you can be trusted privately.